Hey everybody, welcome back to the Siren podcast. My guest today is GatorFight. They are a rock band based out of Laurel, Mississippi. They're loud, they make tons of jokes, and they're just all around awesome guys. I had a great time talking with them. A few things up front. I am hosting a live stream. It's going to be the 25th of April, so next Saturday. So what I'm doing is hosting and playing local or local-ish bands' original music. So if you have an original song you want me to play on the podcast, just send it to me. It doesn't matter if it's a professional recording or just you with your phone sitting on the couch. I don't care. It doesn't matter if you're a super popular band or a band no one's heard of. I don't care as long as it is an original song by you. Send it in to me. I'm also doing a tasty riff contest. So no matter what instrument you play, guitar, drums, bass, flute, penny whistle, whatever, send in a 20-second clip to me of you doing that riff, and I'm going to play that on that live stream as well on the 25th, and I'm going to pick a winner. I'm also going to be taking up tips during that live stream for local artists that are out of work right now. So all money that is donated to that tip jar, 100% of it is going to go to the local artist out of work. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the legendary GatorFight. All right, guys, we'll just start it right here. Thanks for coming on the podcast. How are y'all doing?
Hey, doing good.
Awesome.
Doing good. Thanks for inviting us, and glad we could show you the Gator Lounge.
The Gator Lounge. So, tell me about the Gator Lounge. It sounds interesting. You got what kind of things you got going on over there?
So it was it's a nice like empty room that was just kind of used as storage and
super secret location.
Yeah, super secret location. Only certain Gators know where we're located. But we it took a while, but we finally cleared it out, and it took a bad storm for us to it kind of I guess rained and messed up a lot of the windows and stuff got wet. So we were like, all right, well while we're here, so we just emptied the whole place out and cleared it out. We hung up rugs and stuff to kind of help with the acoustics and sound, and put up artwork all over the place from Becca Martin, and it's made it feel like home. And the sound in here is really good. That's where we've done our last two live Facebook Live shows from, and it's worked out really well. So, and it's got tons of room for all of us. And anytime someone else comes in and jams with us, there's always room for one or two more people up in here.
So, tons of room for activities.
Lots of room for activities. Yes.
Awesome. So
we did just build bunk beds so we can have spin nights.
Yeah, y'all have bunk beds in the Gator Lounge?
You know it. What else? What Gator Lounge is complete without bunk beds? I mean, you got to have that.
Is it two twin beds or a queen on the bottom?
It's four single beds.
Yep.
Oh. We like to get covered. It's four bunk beds, but they're singles.
I mean,
singles only.
Technically, there's one for each of us, but we only use two.
Right.
We partner up. That's all we do.
Got to conserve space in these hard times.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
There's no heaters, so we have to be our own heater.
Heaters, yes. Wow. That's some great insight. That's some great inside information into the Gator Lounge. Make sure and knock before you come in the Gator Lounge.
Absolutely.
Yes, please.
You even call before you even come knock. Yeah.
Call first and then still knock. So how about there's four of y'all. Why don't everybody kind of introduce themselves? I mean, you don't have to stand up like in school and tell me, just kind of your names and what you play in the band.
All right, I'm the lead asshole. I'm Chris Benoit.
Chris Lyles, I play bass.
Drake Lakers, I play guitar.
Scott Morgan,
Ones and twos.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The old ones and twos.
The old 1-2.
Almost just one. That on that record.
Awesome. So,
But yeah, I guess we've been together for
3 years.
Yeah, about 3 years off and on. It started with me and a couple other buddies, but then our old bassist, he had a bunch of other projects, so he left, and he was actually the one that told me about Chris Lyles, and so he hopped on like super early on, and oh well, yeah, I mean we've been friends since like we were probably 8 or 9, but so it's pretty awesome that we get to play music together, and then we picked up Scott soon after, but we took a long hiatus because I had a bunch of stuff going on, so I took like a year off, and once we came back, we needed a guitarist, and Drake hopped in and was an absolute godsend. I mean, from day one of practice, I mean, the dude has just like crushed it and brought that GatorFight sound that we wanted, because it was really hard to like hit up guitarists and be like, hey man, so here's a project we got. We're real weird. We talk about crazy shit, and we just want you to noodle the whole time and just be weird and just make noises. And so a lot of people weren't down for it, but Drake hopped in and added that extra little oomph that really gives us that GatorFight sound that we know and love so much.
Yes, I think one of the most underrated things about a band is having a band that everybody is on the same page humor-wise and mentally. And you can have 4 really badass musicians, but if they don't really like each other outside of playing music, it's really never that awesome. So if you're good buddies with everybody, you can make way better music, I think. Even if you're not Slash or something. So that's really good that y'all are.
We all kind of carry different musical influences. So when we come in, it's me and Scott are big Tool fans. Everybody in here likes Tool, but like we all drag a bunch of different stuff in. Scott likes a little bit heavier, faster stuff. Drake likes heavier, faster, more melodic stuff. I'm a child of the '90s. I grew up on Deftones and Third Eye Blind and like stuff like that. So we all have a different blend of music, and it's added to the Gator Fight-ness of GatorFight, I guess.
So,
and what I really respect about these guys and love so much is we all have like different ideas, but none of us have ever like we're all open to every idea. There's never been anything that someone's thrown up that we're just like, certain covers we're like, no, that's not us. But like any of our like original stuff, any of our like our own projects, we throw it out there, man. We're gung ho. So like any kind of stupid stuff that I come with of like, hey man, here's my next idea for a song, they're all just like, yes, let's do it. Let's work on that. Okay. Like that's what I love about us is, we're here, we're together. We want to be good together. And even if it doesn't sound great to everyone else, we have fun doing it. And, we're in this shit show together, I guess.
And sleeping in the same twin-size bunk
beds. You know it.
Yes.
I always sleep with Drake because he's the cuddliest.
Oh, he's the thickest.
He's a thick boy.
Can't help it, man. I'm a big boy.
So, where did GatorFight come from? I know Chris Lyles, you're from Louisiana, right? Slidell or?
Yeah. Well, I'm originally from New Orleans, but yeah.
New Orleans. So, is it a New Orleans thing or?
No, the name was on board before I ever even came in with it. So I'm gonna let Chris tell this story because it's much easier.
Yeah. So I've always had like 2 band names picked out since I was like really young, but I've always been a huge like Steve Irwin fan. Mm-hmm. And so I've just loved watching those like Gator wrestling videos and stuff like that, and oh my gosh, those are always been my favorites forever. But to me, a Gator fight is so unique and it's different every time. If you do, it's one of those jobs where if you do some the same every time, you're going to get a leg bit off, so it has to change every time. You have to go with the flow, and it has to change and be unique and be strange.
It's live, man.
Yeah, it's live. And so that's, to me, was where I kind of got GatorFight from. And at first we had a bunch of songs about animals and stuff, and we still have those, that we'll write eventually. But that's really just where I kind of got it from. Is, I'm a huge Steve Irwin fan, and to me, I love how unique and strange a Gator Fight actually is, and that's what I feel like our live shows are. Every time. Yeah, I mean our lives exactly. But if you come to a Gator Fight show, even if we're playing the same set list, every show is different. Because we have a couple songs that we purposely don't practice. We just throw them up on stage because we want them to sound like crap, and we want them to be weird and off key and strange and off time. And that's Gator Fight to me. So come to a live show and you'll see how unique and how weird every show gets. Because a lot of times I don't plan what I'm gonna say, so my banter between each song is whatever is upsetting me at the time.
Yeah, I found a video of y'all that y'all posted, and it's you at the brewing company talking about being inside of a whale.
Yeah.
A whale's vagina is 6 feet deep, bro.
Yeah. That
vagina is huge.
I'm 5'9", so I could fit very comfortably in there. I'd be very stuck inside the whale.
It's like when Han Solo put Luke inside the thing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Right inside. Fit two people even.
And another thing of like the stuff that I say, there's a little bit of an art to it because I want to thin the herd.
No.
It's fart. It's fart. It's fart. It's not art. It's fart. But I gotta thin the herd out. Because some people are there for us and they'll stick around no matter what I say, and then there's some people that are just like there. And so if I can say some just absolute ridiculous offensive stuff, it thins that herd out because then I know the 5 remaining people in the crowd, they're there for us. That's who I'm playing the show for.
That
5 people or 5,000, man. We're doing the same kind of show, bringing the same kind of energy. So sometimes we got to talk about Will.
That is good.
It's one of the things.
It's one of my favorite bands.
It's how to
He's ever gone.
how to get the haters out and just get the true fans. Talk about
Exactly.
whale genitalia.
Because they've already paid, so I've already got their money. So,
Like either you're with it or you're not. So it is. It's a quick way to figure it out. And even with saying that, I have to say, depending on where we are, we might, Chris might take a back seat to it and be like, all right, well, there might be a little more diverse crowd. We may not need to offend quite so many people. So let's tone it down a notch. Let's maybe not talk about fucking the Pope 6 times, but maybe just 1 time, instead of the 6. Let's just tone it down a little bit. Instead of making it, X-rated, let's just make it like, what was it, PG-12?
Yeah, PG-12. It's when we do those shows, it's called Gator Light.
Okay.
It's Gator Light. It's accessible to all kids in all ages.
It literally never happens. But if it ever had to happen, we got this. We're good. We don't have to be gross and crude, but we're probably gonna be.
They shouldn't be there.
That's how I feel. If it's after 9 o'clock and you're over or under the age of 18, you shouldn't be out anyway.
You're right about that.
They should be at home studying, reading the Bible.
No, they should be quarantined.
They got some praise and worship in there, dude. They don't need to be at a Gator Fight show.
So speaking of quarantine, how's everybody faring over there with the quarantine? I know that you've had a lot of day drinking drinks being posted.
Yeah, man. Drunk of the day.
Yeah,
drunk of the day.
Yeah, I've always been an alcoholic, but I took it to a whole new level.
Today's drunk of the day brought to you by Coors Banquet.
The banquet of beers.
Best beer? Never. But it's our favorite.
That's a lot.
Even Half Blue Ribbon won Best Beer of the Year once.
And they never stopped talking about it.
But, yeah, so I don't know. I'm taking my alcoholism to like a whole new level. But, I don't know.
Still in moderation, though. Chris don't be calling us every single day wasted out of the store. Come on now.
I'll take a couple afternoon naps, and I'm just like, good
Dude,
to go.
wine naps. Chris messaged me one time about a wine nap, and he said it was just out of this world, and I've been wanting to try one since. But I mean, let's be real. None of us are just full blown alcoholics. I don't know. We're pretty close.
Once you pop the top on a wine bottle, you can't put it up. I mean, you gotta drink. You gotta drink it all.
Wait. But here's the thing about it. We are safe with it. Every one of us is at home. You can get as wasted as you want.
Exactly.
At home. Please don't drink and drive. It's not funny. But
because we're, that's why we have the bunk beds here. It's like so that we can drink and pass out the Gator Lounge stuff.
Loosen up the inhibitions.
But Scott and Lyles, they're still essential workers, so they never actually got to quarantine as much as as we are.
Wait. I gotta give a quick shout out to Sam because Sam has my lady Sam has not quit working a single day since this entire shit has started.
Damn right, she's essential.
She works for Lee's Coffee and Tea. Also, a quick little plug there for Lee's Coffee and Tea. They're available all day, every day. They have really shown out, honestly, for this entire thing. Now they're kind of pulling everybody back into work. So definitely support local stuff. I appreciate you, Bobby, for supporting us and asking us to come on, honestly.
Oh, yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, the essential workers, I'm actually considered that as well because...
Yep. Oh, well, shout out to you as well.
We make medical supplies.
Oh, yep. Medical supplies. Yep.
Gotta have that.
Telemedicine stuff. So, speaking of this, you work at GameStop. And
yep.
So you might not be able to talk about this so let me know if we can't talk about it. But I read that GameStop was making people, like, they would have to crack the door open with a bag on their hand, a GameStop bag, reach out and grab their credit card, and then go inside and swipe it, and then come back out and, like, put it in a bag.
No, that actually...
How close is that to dead nut, though, really?
I mean, but like actually, we're doing curbside pickup a lot, like restaurants and stuff. Like people will call us, give us their order. I'll reach out, grab the card, and then bring it back in, and swipe it, and then like bring it back out. So I don't actually touch anything. So like that's been the best part of the whole. Can get paid to just sit inside. It's kind of been the best thing ever.
So. Yeah, that was distracting. Who was that guy?
That's Roy. He works at the Gator Lounge.
Oh, he's just one of the employees.
Yeah. We have him on retainer. So
okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Man, now I'm gonna be staring at that door, waiting for just random people to start walking through.
If you watch long enough, you might see some wild shit walk through that door. You never really know.
Wow. Is that why you got the window covered?
Shout out to Slow Boat Brewing Company. Thanks, Kenny Paul, man, for that door cover in there.
Yeah.
We miss Slow Boat more than anything else.
Yeah, I was talking with Chad about how Slow Boat closed here recently, I guess New Year's. And he was saying that was in Laurel. That was the really only place to play.
That was it, dude. That was it, man.
For live music and a place to go, like nightly or even on the weekend.
I mean, honestly, let's be real with it. For a long time, Slow Boat Brewing Company was the Gator Lounge.
Yeah, that was our first place that we practiced, and that's kind of where GatorFight got its start. If it wasn't for Kenny Paul, man, this band wouldn't be here. And so much respect to him in that business and everything he did for Jones County and.
Us personally, as people, Kenny Paul, man, is one of the he's a fucking staple in my life, to be honest with you. And I know he's a staple in Chris's life.
And it hurts, man, because there was growing up in Jones County, man, like there was never any music that would come from outside of Jones County. There'd be like the praise and worship bands that would play, around and stuff, but like that was it. And so or whatever the Ramada Inn's place is called now, but having a place for young people to actually see live music and these really really good acts play on a weekly basis, man, I miss that because like, dude, how many kids got inspired by that place and Lee's Coffee House open mic nights and stuff? Like that's what Jones County was always missing. And dude, I hate that we had it for 3-4 years and now it's not there. And now it's back to, if we want to see live music, we got to go to Hattiesburg again.
I mean, Lee still does offer their open mic night. Well, not with all the virus stuff, but maybe once all this stuff eases up a little bit, maybe we'll see that kind of come back some, man. Because it really, like, our influences, and me and Chris go to a lot of live shows out and about in Hattiesburg and things like that because we like to support our friends and stuff like that. But I'm really hoping maybe after this virus goes away, maybe we can get back to some of that kind of stuff where Lees can have their open mic night and have record or vinyl night and game night and things like that. Because man, honestly, I haven't seen any one of these guys in almost 3 weeks, and it's, man, we're used to seeing each other. Mondays are for the boys. Mondays are for the boys. If anybody ever doubts that, just call us. Any one of us. You find us on Facebook, ask us. Mondays are for the damn boys. But other than that, Mondays and Thursdays were our nights. And man, I can tell you, I haven't seen these guys in a while. We have just enjoyed just coming back and kind of setting our equipment.
Yeah.
Everybody needs it, but at the same time, we all do have to be kind of smart and realize that if we get back to all this too quickly, we may all be right back to quarantine and long, stupid haircuts and Chris's ugly fucking mustache. Like, I don't know if I can deal with that. So always wash your hands and support your local shit. Seriously, support your local businesses. That's super important. Support your local bands, man. Local music is
local artists, man.
I know, Bobby, you and I went to high school together, so I know, we've always been around local music and at least a shade, if not actually actively involved in it. So I know how you feel, honestly, to see, local venues that don't have any music going right now. It sucks, dude. It's terrible. So this is kind of what we're all having to resort to, but let's hope everybody can kind of get back to some normalcy here soon.
Yeah, for real. It gets kind of stir crazy when you have nothing going on. Well, I mean, I go to work, but still.
And I feel that because I work too, but still, I know it's aggravating.
Mm-hmm. I do think that this was kind of a blessing, or let me say that, like the whole virus quarantine thing, because people have come out of the woodworks doing live streams and things like that. Nobody was doing that. Live streaming has existed for years.
Well, let me hold you up right there. Let me get a little quick pause there, because in the early days of GatorFight, and I think you can attest to this, in the early days of GatorFight, we live streamed our fucking practices.
It was shit.
It was terrible. But we would live stream our practices. We didn't care if it was good or not. It wasn't even a show. It was just us dicking off for 3 hours.
Well, all right. So the reason we have like a sound that we have is like we had a guitarist that he would take an hour and a half literally to set up his guitar every time we went to practice. And like, so in that hour and a half,
that's where the tuning song came from.
Yeah, we would just sit there and bullshit, and I would talk about any random shit that I wanted to, like, while trying to waste time. And so that's pretty much where we got a lot of our bullshit and weird songs and stuff. But man, it's like you said, dude, there's definitely a positive to all of this. I love, because there's a lot of artists and like musicians and bands that, we'd all be playing the same nights, and so we'd never get to actually see each other, or like there's so many people that never got to see GatorFight, or we never get to see anyone else live. So it's really cool having these live streams to be able to like see these artists playing and whatever their practice lounge, or just them sitting on a couch with a cat and a guitar and just going for it, man. And
what happened? They could play in a cigar box guitar with a slide.
Hey, the quality sexiest and the shittiest show there is.
In the boxers with like his Johnsons like half hanging out,
making weird noises.
Dude, it is the best. It is the best.
Strange noises. That's all I do.
That.
But yeah, like I said, man, it's there's small positives to this, and it's the artist and everything, and I really hope that everyone understands how important art is and music is after all this is said and done.
So many of our friends are artists that are literally, you hear the term starving artists, they're literally starving. And it's, anything that any of us can do, man, somebody reach out.
Well, one thing I'm trying to do is on my live stream that I have, it's a week from today, I'm going to have a tip jar. So all of the money that I get is going straight to local artists that are out of work. So
That's awesome, man.
I'm not going to take any money. I don't know if I'll get any tips, but if I get them, that's where they're all going to. Because I have some friends that's what they do. Like, it's not like y'all all have other jobs and stuff.
Yeah, day jobs.
We have jobs.
Day jobs,
Except,
but I got a friend that's all he does.
but Drake goes to school, so
has things.
Drake's a big boy. Drake's
oh man,
He's a man. He's 40.
I'm 40.
Are you really 40?
No,
He's like 20.
maybe 21. All right, he's 21.
21.
Drake's legal.
He's
legal.
He's legal. It's all right.
He can play in all the establishments that we play.
Good.
When I was 14, I still played it. That was just that.
They
Drake's
use-
actually the only real musician out of the four of us.
Yeah.
Like that's
Everybody else is just
You
winging
say
it.
that, but these guys inspired me.
We're all shit voices. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Not taking any credit for this shit show. Nope. Not gonna do it.
Whatever, guys. Y'all are all good. Your drummer over here.
Yes.
Yeah, Scott's
Yeah.
over here.
Just making sure you're still here.
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
He's really quiet until he gets behind the drum set, and then it's deafening.
the boy knows how to slap them skins.
He does. He
It's a
beats
good
the shit
laugh.
out of them skins. Yeah,
Good laugh.
Them
like a top shelf.
But like Scott, man,
It is top shelf.
You know, the thing.
I agree. It is top shelf.
Luckily, he was friends. Scott was friends with one of our old band members, and he brought him in. Man, like as soon as Scott came in, like the vibe hit. I mean, it was like we did that old vibe check that first practice, and we were like, all right, we'll see. I mean, like right from the get go, we were like, all right, this son bitch is he good.
But
Yeah.
even when we played a string of shows where we didn't have Scott and Brandon Johnson.
Brandon.
Shout out to Brandon Johnson because Brandon Johnson stepped in and really did do us justice. He really came in and helped us out when we needed it the most. And man, I mean Brandon vibed with us great.
The vibe
But
check passed.
Man, when Scott sat down that first practice with us, it was that was pretty much history, dude. It's not been the same, and without Scott, it's really not the same. It's good, it's great even, but it's not.
I get it.
It's not GatorFight without Scott because, like I said earlier, way earlier in this interview, for some reason, just what Scott brings to the table with his musical influences, it adds that little extra heavy that GatorFight really deserves. It doesn't need it. It really deserves it because without it, it's not quite GatorFight.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're talking about vibe checking, and that made me think about the last band I was in was a cover band. And we went through different members because cover bands, people are in and out of them. Whenever we'd have someone over, because me and the drummer had a sense of humor that is on par, I guess, with y'all's type of sense of humor. So we'd have someone over. I would always try to say the most fucked up shit the first day that they were there auditioning. And if they didn't like it, then it probably wasn't going to work. So I think vibe check, that needs to be put on notice. People need to start
really
vibe
important.
checking. Yes.
You have,
It's important, dude. It's important.
I think it was probably just dicks. So I think I was just like, I made up some stupid song about dicks or something. Like,
You're not with it. Get out.
While Scott was like just playing drums, and after that, he was like, all right, fine, we'll do this. Okay.
Whatever. So our logo has gigantic purple dicks on it. So, it's I know. Are they really exclamation points or are they giant juicy penises?
But yeah, vibe check, man. Like you have to, you have to have the vibe check, man. Just like
GJPs.
Without it.
you can bring in new musicians or new members and stuff, but like,
We've tried.
dude, if y'all don't like flow, like it's not gonna work, man. We've had people that have played with us in the past, and we love them all to death, but it wasn't that same flow, because I don't know, man. I'm not great at songwriting and stuff like that. To me, it's hard for me to come up with like words and music and stuff. But when that music hits perfect and like I hear that good vibe and that drum is just going and we hit the bass and the guitar, the words just make themselves, man. So without a vibe check, man, I'm clueless. Like if I don't have that good funk beat with some heavy metal undertones, like my brain doesn't want to like spit out nothing. I'll just sit there and look stupid on the microphone. So like I need my boys to vibe check with me to be able to make like GatorFight.
You got Scott, who's got the heavy late, mid to late 80s, early 90s influences. Chris and I are prodigies and children of the late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s. So we've got that weird, I don't even know what you would call it. It's just grunge rock, I guess, at that point. And then, Drake comes in and Drake likes I'm on Arth and I'm on a Marth. I'm on a Marth. I was pretty close regardless. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like it's just we all it's for some reason it's
Drake likes that Marty McFly.
He does, man. And for some reason that weird blend of stuff just makes GatorFight what it is. Because right now, in the future, I can't see GatorFight without any of us.
Yeah.
Honestly, because we all do make exactly what GatorFight is. Do we say some outrageous stuff? Absolutely. But do we really care? No, probably not. Because, honestly, our families really know what's up with us. And if they don't by now, me and Chris are halfway to 40. There's no way they're going to know us anytime in the near future anyway. So, I'm going to listen.
Scott's like 57.
Yeah. So Scott is literally like Tony the philosophy bag. Right fucking It is.
Wow. We should. we shouldn't make fun of him for that. That's
the elderly.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure
he's the most susceptible to coronavirus.
he's at risk.
Yeah. He should be in the same room with us right now.
Right now, he's not drinking a beer. That's an Ensure. He pours his Coors out and then pours an Ensure in it. Is that vanilla or chocolate?
That's exactly right.
I'm one of the boys. It's okay.
Give some regular.
But like what I was saying, man, we can possibly bring on another person or two to sit in with us, add extra noises and layers to it. But this is the core group that has made us what we are, and I don't know. I like where we're at. We might not be able to get.
I like where we're going.
I like where we're going. We might not be able to play in a park with a bunch of kids and stuff. But I like the music that we make, and I love where the direction we're going. So,
man, honestly, I could damn the music. I could damn the music and keep these guys as some of my closest friends for the rest of my life and be quite content. But being able to pluck strings and beat skins and Chris have his banging station and make weird noises with these guys is honestly, aside from my interpersonal relationships, it's honestly the most important thing in my life.
That's sick. That's the truth. Let me tell y'all what I suggest. A keyboard player that can make some messed up.
We got one on deck. He's finally coming out of his shell a little bit. He's ready.
Would love
synth and all kinds of crazy noises.
Man, I would love keyboard synth.
I need somebody who's a mixologist who can bring in something weird with the mix.
Or someone like almost a DJ with some ones and twos or some shit, but dude, a keyboard, synth. Cause I love 80s synth pop and
just something that
all those weird noises and stuff, man. So we can
fuck Drake, but shout out to Limp Bizkit and DJ Lethal. That's what we're talking about. I got to have it.
They're so mean to Drake, and so
he just doesn't like Limp Bizkit, and he doesn't understand he's not a Prince dude.
That's why I come with I have to protect my baby.
But that's why me and Scott gets along.
Because of the Limp Bizkit.
But yes. Keyboard. Back on the keyboard thing.
Yes, keyboard
If
player.
there's keyboarders out there
I need
that wants
keyboards
to mix
and,
with us and
I need some
make
mix
some
and
strange stuff with us.
man, I need it in my life
Do
so
something.
bad. Oh.
What you got? What you got? No, I just want to be right here next.
Oh, okay. All right.
Wait a minute, wait, Drake, get your quick shout out to DR Strings because
Oh yeah.
Drake follows DR Strings on Instagram and he entered like one of those quick little Instagram things where if you like,
Well,
share, comment,
I actually
regardless.
didn't know about it. I just tagged them in like some of my stuff, and I guess there was a competition that they were on Instagram like each week or something. And I got a 3-pack of strings. So I got the Veritas strings.
And I
got
play
the
DR Strings as well.
We play DR strings in this band.
In this band,
thus
we
far.
rock some DR
Got
Strings.
these Veritas. Haven't tried them yet, but about to hear what they sound like later on. So
Awesome.
I'm down with Rule. Not the virus.
Not the virus.
Yep.
It's like it looks like you're on some sort of like wheels or something, sliding in and out.
I mean, that's pretty much it. We're all on willies right now. We brought them.
There's Roy! There's Roy! We got one fan in the building. And it's Roy. Wait, I'm lying. We got 2 fans in the building. I can't say who else is in the building, but shout out to
That
the owners
person.
of the Gator.
Yep.
Shout out to the owners of the Gator Lounge. I gotta say that without the actual physical owners of the Gator Lounge, it wouldn't even exist. So
True.
thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I love you guys.
very
To,
appreciative.
to whoever those people are.
Yes.
Those which will
The
remain
mysterious 7.
unnamed.
It's just two.
So,
But yeah, so
go ahead.
let's bring it back in. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
So,
All right.
so here is what it started with Chris.
Yep.
You. This is and then Lyles started to get on the train, and that is maybe you don't call it this, but shit posting or meme posting. And you started it. The first person I saw doing it was you. Then I saw Lyles get heavy on it. Now y'all both are the kings.
Man, we really, I honestly wait. Can you just a second?
Do we call it shit posting? Is that what we're supposed to call it?
Yes.
Well, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it
Ultimately,
is.
so real quick before we get into this, I have to accredit all of my shit posting to Chris Benoit. It's one of those weird things where you don't necessarily mean to fall into it, but at that point where your entire family is just like, okay, I'm going to unfollow my, my family member. At that point, it literally just becomes it's ensuing hilarity. You do. I literally post as much nonsense as I can without being zucked. Chris, on the other hand, could give 5 shits less if he gets zucked.
Yeah.
I actually care because I love the people. And I want everybody to laugh at my shit. And that's why I post it. I put half the stuff that I post, y'all wouldn't believe half the shit that I receive that I don't even post. Shout out to Davey Moore there. I just, I get stuff all the time. But Chris is actually the meme lord. I am I'm like a meme vice lord at this point. Chris is truly the lord, and I'm gonna turn it over to Chris.
All right. So, yeah. So shit posting. I don't know. It's been years now, but I hated what Facebook was turning into. It was when I was living in Colorado. I think it was gay marriage was becoming legal, federally. And so my Facebook was just tons of just hate speech and just like terrible politics and just like people just every time you turn on Facebook, it was like bringing you down. So, I was like, all right, I hate Facebook. I'm going to do whatever I can to fill up your news feed with either cute shit or funny shit. And, I have a cousin and a buddy of mine that were doing the same thing. They were just, because I can make a meme if I want to, but shit posting just way faster. I've got tons of Photoshop apps and stuff. I don't know. Like, other people make great memes. I'm just a shit poster. I can't really be like a meme lord. But I ain't that fast with it. But no, man, it's just making sure Facebook is like
That's
Ha-
so fucking serious.
Hashtag make Facebook cute again. But yeah, I don't care about getting sucked. I want to like share something in between all your damn political articles that are fake news.
Not yours personally, Bobby. but
Yeah,
just
yeah. I mean, other people like
In general.
yeah.
So just to be
I
clear,
mean, like, can I just say, Bobby, the last picture you posted of your side profile,
uh-huh.
your dump truck, sir. You were
Dump.
dump truck. I mean,
Dump,
that-
huh?
that's sweet.
Yeah.
that was this. Stick it in my pocket.
I don't care.
Go back and look.
I don't care. I don't care. It was thick as shit, and I love it.
But yeah, so hashtag make Facebook cute again, man. Like Facebook, people take it too serious, and they want to get on there just to make have an argument. Like most of the time, I don't even comment on any of my stuff. That's taking time away from me sharing more memes. So I don't know. Like I'm gonna share more cat videos because that's what the internet's for. Cat videos.
That's how it started, right? Al Gore
Yeah.
was like, we need a place to share cat videos. And so Al Gore invented the
pornography,
internet.
but every time I share that, I get zucked.
So Zucked, just for people that don't know, is short for Zuckerberg, right? The owner of Facebook.
Yep.
And
Right,
they ban
Facebook
you.
shadow ban.
They shut you down for a few days or something like that.
Yeah, the first time you get zucked, it's like
72 hours.
Yeah, it's 24 hours, and then 48 hours and 72 hours, and if you get zucked a fourth time, it is a week. And then after the week ban, it's 30 days. So that's the next time I get zucked, it will be 30 days. So I'm going for broke. Just when I got some stuff in my back pocket, just ready for a zuck 30 day.
Well, I was about to say, like, all about the policies, so you must be familiar with the process.
And also, can I just add, if you are shitposting from a fake account, you're a poser, and I fucking hate you. And if you ain't doing this shit on your real account where your family and friends can see it, man, like, what's the point of shitposting? So
yeah, at that point, you might as well just put it on Reddit.
I've been holding on to this one, so I'll put it through now.
God bless America.
It's so bad, dude. It's so bad.
Can we blur that out?
Well, here's what I've decided. Before this one airs, I'm going to have to put a warning message that says, if you are easily offended by anything,
Dude, we've been pretty tame. I've been trying to be pretty tame.
I feel that. I appreciate
But still, absolutely, put the warning on it.
I'll have a little
You have
warning.
a sensor bar anywhere, you might want to whip it out.
What are y'all doing? Elbowing?
Elbow.
Yeah, man. Serve safe.
Dropping them bows? So I asked you to bring your best memes. Let's see them.
Oh shit! I didn't.
They're
I'm
your,
on my phone,
I'm
so
ill prepared.
I can't like
I'm ill prepared.
log on to them. But right now, like my favorite are definitely the Tiger King memes. Anything about like fuck Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin killed her husband.
Yeah, she did.
I still
That-
haven't not watched the Tiger King yet.
Bro, you've got to watch Tiger King. It's so good.
Tiger King, it's a documentary, and what I like about it is it is not biased at all. It is they lay out all the stuff that they talked about. It makes every single person on that show the bad guy except for the workers. Like all three of them that they talk about, or four of them really, they're all cultists. They're all cult leaders, and they're all terrible people that do not deserve to be out in the free world. Yeah, they don't deserve tigers. But that's what I like about that documentary. It's like, it's not like, hey, this is the good guy, this is the bad guy, painting the murderer. No, it's just like straight up like, hey, they're all shit, and like here's all the facts about why they're shit. And like that's what's good about it. And Carol Baskin definitely killed her fucking up. Yeah, I mean like there's
Sardine oil.
Zero.
sardine oil. Called, yeah.
I'll have to watch it. I have to watch it. But I've been trying to finish a show I'm watching. But once I finish that show,
Hey, what do you watch?
Stargate Sg-1.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, I've watched
Nice.
all the other ones. I had to go back and watch the original. But I've just been on it for so long trying to finish it, and I'm on the last season. So
Nice. I went back through. I'm watching Clone Wars right now because they just came out with a new season. So I'm like, I want to watch it and then rewatch the prequels because I hated the prequels when I was a kid. So I figure if I watch Clone Wars, it'll make me enjoy the prequels more again. So we'll see. But yeah,
the prequels are better than The Last Jedi, though.
I still haven't seen the last one. I'm still waiting for it to hit Disney Plus. So I need the mouse to hurry up and drop that shit.
It's good. It's way better. It actually makes sense. If you take out Last Jedi and just go from Force Awakens to Rise of Skywalker, then it makes sense. Drake just did something and walked past the camera.
What's Bobby got?
Looks like he's up to something.
You guys really hadn't talked much.
Yeah, what do you?
So this is Scott. He's our drummer, and he's an integral part of this band, this old ragtag bag of idiots.
He is polyphonically phenomenal.
Polynomial.
That's good.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Breasts.
He knows how to do the 70s.
Can somebody get him to calm down and let someone else speak?
Just a tiny bit, man. He really is very excited.
Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous.
I mean, it's kind of rude. Talking so much over there. Chris, I see a purple amp back there. Is that yours?
That is. There's two. There's two that he kind of goes back and forth with.
Oh shit, that's way bigger than I thought it was.
Scott actually is a really good electrician and just fixed Chris's orange amp. Electronics technician. But yeah, just fixed Chris's orange amp for the first time in a few years, and that bitch is loud.
Yeah.
So that's probably what people are going to see when we start playing shows again. But right now, Wiles has both, everything coming through both of those cabs over there. I don't know if we can. That's them.
I like it.
They some gorgeousness.
Hey man,
and,
if you can fix amps, I got a Hot Rod Deluxe that doesn't work.
Yes.
Scott's definitely the person to talk to. This dude is a wizard.
Yeah, it's been sitting in my closet and I can't play it because it doesn't work.
Yeah, man. I'll look at it.
Awesome.
Yeah, he'll look at it and he'll add his special juice to it and solder it down and get it good.
I'll be back.
What's the special juice?
Well, we don't want to talk about that. That's his secret sauce. So I mean, we can't talk about that. That's
It's like Raising Cane's. You ever ask Raising Cane's what's in their sauce? They won't tell you.
They get real weird with it. Like it's not all over the internet. It's
I know
pepper.
they're like I can't tell you. And I was like, what if I'm allergic to something in it? And they're like, we still can't tell you. I was like, but what? I gotta know. I mean, it's like what, Worcestershire sauce and mayonnaise or something?
Yeah. It's like fancy sauce, Worcestershire, and pepper. Like that's it. That's it. It's mayonnaise, ketchup, Worcestershire, and pepper. Like it's overrated. Yeah, I mean, Cane's is overrated. Their sweet tea's good as hell, but everything else.
I don't know. I think
I enjoy Cane's.
Raising Cane's. I feel probably 5 or 6, 7 years ago, their chicken strips were a lot bigger. They were like this big. Now they're like half a chicken.
Yeah. Like I get my 3-piece, and I mean they're all just like little tiny nothings, and I'm just like, come on, man, come on, really? Is this what we're passing out this chicken?
Is this it for $15 for my 3-piece chicken?
Yeah, you're saying that?
You just sit in the drive-thru saying that over and over. That's really
maybe. Really? It's just ridiculous.
So where'd the rest of your band go? They behind the camera doing something?
Yeah.
There he is. So what do y'all got coming up next? What's on the horizon?
All right, so it's been real weird, of course. Like we had a show at Nick's Ice House
last night.
Yeah, it was
Last
supposed
night.
to be last
With
night.
Hearsay
and,
Replay. Gotta say, Hearsay Replay.
Yeah, Hearsay Replay was going to play with us, man. It was going to be one hell of a show. Nick's House is easily our favorite place to play. Hands down in the Pine Belt, man. Like, the sound there's perfect. Joe is the coolest.
Joe's absolutely great.
Yeah,
He don't give a shit what we say.
Yeah, like they're so accommodating and like super cool with like everything, man. Nick's House, like they're top notch. But so we really hate that we couldn't do our show there. So hopefully, when all this is said and done, we definitely want to do a makeup show there with Hearsay Replay. Whenever that's going to be, we don't really know yet. We just kind of have to wait and see. But man, our next goal, we want to get outside of Hattiesburg. That's really our main goal right now. Is we've kind of got the people that are going to listen to us in Hattiesburg, and now we want to kind of go outside the Pine Belt. I would love to play in Jackson or Mobile, New Orleans.
I got some connections towards Little Rock.
Yeah, Little Rock or Ocean Springs, man. So we're we hit up these places, but we don't know when it's actually going to open back up. But so right now we're just kind of getting some recordings together, getting some pictures together, and hopefully starting a website soon so that we can start hitting these venues up and hopefully get outside of the Pine Belt and let everyone see what GatorFight is about and experience the shit fest. So that's what's important to us, and that's the next goal for all of us right now. It's just if we can do, because I mean, like you said, we all have our own day jobs, but we're all in a point in our lives where we can do short little like 4 or 5 day tours. Just Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Just hit up these like Pensacola, Mobile, Hattiesburg, Coast, or New Orleans. Come back. Like that's the next goal. That's where I want GatorFight to go, because I mean we've got an hour and a half worth of material. If we really
Really stretch.
we can stretch out and add like 2 or 3 more songs. We can make it 2 hours. So, I mean, we can play a show by ourselves. We can easily play with anyone else. But it's just finding those venues that are, I guess, okay with the GatorFight style, and that's kind of the hard. That's the toughest part about our band and saying the stuff that we do. It's finding the venue that's okay with me being very rude to their clientele. I guess.
They like it, man.
Yeah.
Man, people act like they don't like it. They love it. They really do.
So,
they love that crap.
Being very rude to the clientele. So yes, if you show up to a GatorFight show prepared to be talked down to, spit on, degraded, right? Y'all watching right now don't know this,
It's
but
gotta be.
on my end, I have a very large TV that I'm monitoring them on. So whenever they get close to the camera like that, they're literally like his eyeball right now is
Got games?
Yeah, it's.
You got games on your phone, bro?
You got Candy Crush? Yeah, they're way up in there.
Dude, so I gotta ask. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How's your family life, dude? I know you have a new child, and I mean, not that like brand new.
He's
like,
newish.
Probably still didn't smell that new, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How's your family life, dude?
Yeah, mine's good. So I'm still working. Thank God. I have I'm essential and I haven't been laid off so far. So that's good. I did something when I did that. Hang on.
It's bad luck now. Let's get over it.
You just gotta knock on something. Anything. Find something.
It caused a buzz. Shh, we got a buzz.
What'd you do?
I just knocked on the. Maybe it's.
Aww. We broke it.
Sorry, everybody.
We have the worst luck, dude.
GatorFight
There we go.
is the worst.
There we go. Sorry.
Dude, lick that. I said I want us to lick it.
Put your lips on it.
Yeah.
So, well, now so check. There we go.
Well, so like,
So yeah,
honestly, you're getting the three of us right now because Chris had to take a leak. So here we are.
yeah. So before I knocked everything out of whack here, yeah, I got a tiny kid, so he put me on. Let's say he didn't put me. I put myself on the back burner for a year and a half just to do that stuff. So I quit my band, stopped doing stuff. So I'm getting back out with, the podcast is giving me.
Dude, aside from this technical side of it, dude, you're an amazing musician. I would never take that away from you, but you're sure. I mean, you are a very, very talented musician. So
Thank you.
for you to like slide over to this side of it is actually really cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I thought it's hard to find that vibe that y'all are talking. Is that a? Does anybody have any change?
How does that look on your
for
on your 90-inch TV?
It's erotic, is the word.
That is the answer we were looking for. That is perfect.
I was saying, does anybody have any change for a 10 for some singles?
No, like dude. Honestly, with all the stores being the way they have been here lately, I've been card only. Damn! Look at that! Look at that! Hurry, look at that!
Big Daddy.
What?
Could you try it one more time? Just one more. Oh man, is that changed? Dude, please bring the hell, cuz. That's what I'm talking about. Seriously.
I don't know what's happening here. Anyway.
There it is. I was waiting for it to drop. That's good.
Oh man, it's good.
But what I walk into, we were talking about how badass Bobby is in music, because it's true.
No, like he was just saying. I asked him about his personal family life.
Oh
He
yeah.
was kind of giving me a little insight to that, and he was saying that it's been a little while since he's done anything musically, so he's kind of stepping back out there a little bit. And I told him this was really cool. Like he's kind of exploring another part, kind of like we would normally do. Like we don't necessarily do this. Let's try this out. Fine. So just something different, dude. Chris is back from the bathroom.
You're putting people over, and I appreciate that. Like
Hands down.
You're helping out other musicians in the area, getting their name out there and their music out and stuff like that. And that's really, really cool that you are doing that, or just anybody's like, because in this kind of weird time, it's
hard for anybody.
Yeah.
Well,
even people, honestly, with jobs right now, dude, it's weird on all of us. And
well, one thing that I always wanted to do, and this is something that we always had trouble with, especially when we were starting bands and stuff. There seems to be sometimes, and I'm not saying it's everywhere that does this, but there is a sort of elitism in the music scene sometimes, and you get you guys aren't playing at our venue, like we only accept these bands here,
right?
Or like, hey, can we play there? And they're like, no, we don't. We're not friends with you, so we're not playing here. And that kind of stuff happens. And so the whole point of my podcast, it doesn't have to be just musicians. I'll talk to anybody. But I do want to have anybody. If you're, on a record label touring the country, or if you are just learned how to play guitar, and you just want to have a spot to show off and talk, or just let people, y'all are on just to get to know you guys. I mean, they see you, post things, but how many, I'm not going to say how many, but most people probably haven't sat down and talked with y'all for an hour. Now they, have an insight. That's what I want to do with my podcast, is let everybody hear your songs, see who you really are, what you're actually doing. And then with my live stream stuff, I wanted anybody. I had people said, I don't have a fully recorded track, so they just recorded themselves with their phone playing a song, and I'm going to play it on my podcast and let everybody that watches it hear it. So they're getting an opportunity that, a lot of times we didn't get when we were playing in bands. So that's what I want it to be, a open source, even in film.
And honestly,
kind of thing.
right now, in the weird time that it is, any exposure is good exposure, to be honest.
Yeah.
Unless his exposure to Corvin-19, like that ain't gonna work. It's not cool.
Do not do
You
that.
get the old line.
Kobe.
Golly.
Too soon?
Yeah, still a little bit. Like, man.
Everything's funnier than too soon.
You know what? Can I get a high five on that? Because
All
all right, that's fine.
Throw some
You're
D's.
nasty. Shut up.
Throw some D's on that bitch.
We kind of get back to our music a little bit. Drake, you didn't have to leave. I could have just talked. Oh,
What is that?
Drake's scared. But so we love everybody, and I love like what makes people unique and stuff like that. But at the same time, I hate everyone, and so I feel like that's what really goes into each of my GatorFight songs is I need everyone to understand how disappointed with the humans I am. So I really try to shit on everyone equally, and but at the same time, I love you. You're beautiful. You're awesome at what you do because your uniqueness makes you. But at the same time, you're a human, so I fucking hate you. So I mean, like, it's a weird line that we walk in GatorFight.
You're an equal opportunity hater.
Exactly.
I like it.
Exactly.
I like it. That's the only way to be. I say.
It's poetry. I mean, like it's.
They should make a movie about it.
We should make a movie.
A film.
Check a movie about it?
Absolutely.
So y'all have a new song that you wanted to play for us.
Yep. All right. So this is our newest single. It's called Baby Dick. It is about the adventures of me living with a very minuscule phallus. So this is the song I wrote about the realities of living as Chris Benoit. So yeah, that's that is this song, and so we came up with a little ditty for it, and
ditty.
I think it's turning out to be our it's a bop. It's a bop. It's a bop. So
It's fun, man.
we can't let Drake's mom hear it, but other than that, it's done really well with everyone else.
She is it because she'd be mad or be attracted to it?
Disappointed.
Yeah, she's not mad. She's just disappointed. This is what her son has grown up to be.
I told her what's down and jiggy with it. She gets the vibe. You dig?
My mom respects and loves me, but also wants nothing to do with my music.
I've got the same about my mom.
I appreciate.
I love my
mom.
mother, but yeah, no, they don't care.
She
They don't
ain't
care
about
for
that
it.
life. So yeah, it's a short little song. Hope everyone enjoys. Baby dick, baby dick, baby dick, baby dick. Got the baby dick, I got the baby dick. Baby dick, baby dick, baby dick, baby dick. Got the baby dick, Chris got the baby dick. Baby dick a bit, like a little bit, getting by the tip of it, getting with your bit of shit. Hair on the way off my tiny shaft. With my girl saying she gets a big laugh. Well, I got her with a dick like this. I got to do it every time I go piss. Get cheese on with an inch and a half, so I had to get good and look in the ass. But if I get you, don't look at my pants. I'm working with a double round top of the neck. It's my man, damn me. Even don't look at my pants. Yo, yeah, being like a bitch. Might as well play like a bitch. Rather than buy
think of people coming from this government. All brothers make me break the wall. Oh, you look at me, don't you get the know. That thing looks like your family body. First time it hit and I'm gonna start cutting. I dip my pants, wait for the big reveal. You'll be surprised when I pass the bill. Hands up and go with the lights on. Speaking only comes with my trap on. You hear it, see nothing, now move like a bleed like God. See the bad you can't take back.
It's about.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. GatorFight with Baby Dick. So,
I mean, since we're finally together, we'll probably like do one more song, but that's just because we miss playing with each other so much.
what about
Music also?
Oh yes, you shit. I was gonna make that joke. So what else interesting? Y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about, or?
We may or may not be playing one of those live from a safe distance shows. We'll find out for sure tonight. So we'll know more about that later on. But yeah, that's going to be one of those like clean Gator Light shows.
No.
But we're still going to bring the energy and the funk and the madness to it. I just won't say fuck the Pope. I'll just say down with the Pope.
Why?
You know, there are ways around it.
Why does that need to be a Gator Light show?
I mean, like, you know, because it's a PG-12. It's for the city of Hattiesburg, and you know, so the mayor is giving them permission to do this kind of stuff, and so we really don't want to, like, you know, they don't want to we don't want to shut it down for other bands like that have an opportunity for it. So
I'm gonna go.
They're you know, possibly giving us an opportunity to play it, and so we're hopefully can show up and show out, and you know, it's a chance for other people to see, you know, our music and our art. So we'll kind of, you know, go from there, and if they let us do it, awesome. If they don't, that's fine. We'll find, you know, another show to do. But yeah, for right now, the next step is just, you know, we're all kind of have our stuff at our houses separately, and we're all kind of working on individual stuff. And so when we finally get to come back and start practicing full time, we'll all kind of put it together and hopefully come up with some new GatorFight stuff for everybody.
Awesome.
Sing new tracks heading your way.
Is that a hashtag?
Yep. Hashtag maybe. Hashtag stop YouTube. Damn the rest of the hashtags.
All right.
Stop YouTube. Did they drink other
Something just.
Yeah.
Something
but yeah,
just.
so that's kind of the next thing for us. So yeah, that's yep.
Sounds like your audio is going out over there. I think you might have blown your speaker with the Baby Dick song. Can y'all hear me fine?
What is it?
It's all like, it sounds like you're coming through a walkie-talkie now on my end.
Breaker 19.
So,
We'll maybe be overheating some. That's a possibility. We'll who knows?
Well, I'll tell you what. We can just go ahead and wrap it up. We're about an hour and a half deep, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up. And I do appreciate y'all coming on. This is definitely the most fun I've had on a podcast so far. So this should be interesting.
If all four of us got here together, it would not be weird and awkward. It would be weird, but we would keep the laughter, the fun going.
Yes.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
So.
Oh wait, yeah, I think we have we got a public service announcement. Brought to you by GatorFight, actually. Read by Becca Mark. I don't know if you can read that because it's backwards, but wash your hands. It says wash your hands. And then at the bottom it says this message brought to you by GatorFight. So, Gator neighbors, fly.
Wash your hands and stay safe. Don't be getting up in people's faces and all of that good stuff.
But man, we love you, Bobby. We appreciate this opportunity, man, and we're excited to finally, when all this is over, actually work with you again. We gotta send Bobby a T-shirt. Yeah, you got a T-shirt coming and some stickers.
I have a T-shirt. Yeah, I wore it on the last podcast.
That's my bad. Did you get any stickers yet?
I have no stickers.
Okay, if you'll do me a favor, when you get done with this, just message me your address and I will send you some stickers in the mail. Snail mail, but you'll get some stickers.
All right, cool.
Don't forget to buy a T-shirt. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody out there, please God, buy a T-shirt.
Oh,
we have
yeah.
Lots of T-shirts.
So make sure that you go by, everybody, and check out GatorFight. They have a Facebook and Instagram, and they are selling merch. They have T-shirts and stickers and all kinds of stuff over there. So support your local artist. Go by and pick up a shirt or 6. I'm assuming you got them in all sizes and shapes and whatever. So make sure and do that. Check out all their stuff. They'll be coming back once the quarantine is over. Anything else, guys, before we sign off here?
Oh, man, you're great. Yeah, we appreciate this opportunity, man, and we had a lot of fun doing it, man. It's
yeah, me too, man.
It was fun talking to you. But, yeah, hopefully we can, this will be done soon so we can come work with you some more and hopefully just get back to normalcy and start playing some more music again.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Y'all be safe and enjoy your jam sesh.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right.
Absolutely.
See you guys.
Love you, dog.
See ya.
See you, man.